The man swallowed a small blue pill just to prove to himself he still had it. He was getting older, but in his mind, he was still the same apex predator he'd always been. But before the games could even begin, it was over. A cold barrel pressed against his spine, and in a flash of gunfire, his story reached its final page. He wasn't just anyone. He was the underworld's top hitman, and the ones who took him out, they were the new breed from his own agency. See, the agency had a twisted rule. If an assassin survives until their 65th birthday, they walk away with a multi-million-dollar pension. But if they die before that, the company keeps every single cent. And now, the firm had its sights set on its most dangerous asset, Kane. Kane was a legend. He had ruled the shadows for decades, but he was tired. His retirement was only 2 weeks away, and it carried a $20 million price tag. That's why his own boss wanted him erased. But Kane wasn't an easy target. He swapped SIM cards every few minutes, watched every shadow, and lived in a state of constant red alert. When he was sent on a final mission, he didn't just kick down the door. He slipped into a hotel disguised as a locksmith, caused a deliberate scene, and forced his target into the open. The job was done in seconds, but right there, he found the one thing he wasn't looking for: proof of his own execution order. He realized the hunter had officially become the hunted. He vanished to a secluded cabin, trying to leave the blood behind. He even got a small puppy. Maybe he just needed a soul to care for in the silence. But peace is a luxury men like Kane don't get. The puppy died, leaving him alone with his demons once again. During this time, he crossed paths with Sarah, his quiet neighbor. She was innocent, a glimmer of light that started to pull him back into the world of the living. But Kane didn't realize that death was already knocking on his front door. The cleaners found his location and sent in a Trojan horse, a distressed girl seeking shelter from the snow. The moment Kane moved to help her, he realized she was a human beacon. The hit squad outside was watching his every move through her. But this time, Kane was ready. He smashed every light in the house, turning the darkness into his greatest weapon. Within minutes, the team sent to kill him became the very bodies he stepped over. Kane tracked them back to their nest, only to find the worst. They had kidnapped Sarah. He went to rescue her, stopping first to see an old brother in arms for help. He thought he could trust a man he'd bled with. He was wrong. His friend betrayed him, drugging him and handing him over to the agency on a silver platter. For 3 days, Kane was subjected to a hellish symphony of torture, but they made one fatal mistake. They left him with a heartbeat. On the 4th day, the chains snapped, and then the shadows started fighting back. He tore through the facility like a ghost, an invisible force of nature that left no survivors. Finally, only the CEO was left. Kane stepped into his office. The boss was shaking, realizing there is no hiding from a man who has already been to hell and back. He tried to plead for his life, but Kane didn't give him the chance to finish. In an instant, the debt was settled.